What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Dr.DDub here, and welcome back to Stardew Valley. Tomorrow it looks like it's going to be a beautiful sunny day, and our luck for today is just slightly above average. So let's go ahead and start. Oh, hello. I believe that's the back of Clint's head. It is. Hi there. Good morning. I noticed that you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. If you want to get the most out of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. Ah, yes. I've been waiting for this. Just so happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. Here, I want you to have them. Why, thank you, Clint. We got some floating blueprints. Learned how to craft a furnace. Wonderful. I had forgot that we got this from Clint. The furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. Is that it? When you've smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Well, okay, I'm heading home. Take it easy. Awesome. So we now have the option, or the ability, to craft a furnace, which takes 20 raw, unsmelted copper ore, and what is that, 25 stone? Wonderful. We also seem to have some mail. I see you've been exploring the old mine. You've got the adventurer's spirit, that much I can tell. If you can slay 10 slimes, you'll have earned your place in my adventurer's guild. Be careful. Marlin. Yeah, that was the guy we met when we first entered the cave where the mine's located. But I mentioned last time we were going to check up on our journal here because we've got quite a few items here. Some of which are new, some of which we've accomplished already. So let's take a look at these. So I believe this is the one we just got, Initiation. Yeah, if you can slay 10 slimes, then we'll get into the Adventurers Guild. Cool. Not what I meant to do. Forging ahead, we need to craft a furnace. Go deeper in the mine. The goal is to reach level 40. That's quite a ways down. We only made it to level 5. Let's go ahead and see what we got from this. Archaeology. Gunther asked if you considered donating any new artifacts or minerals to the museum. He says he'll compensate you by way of occasional rare goods. 250 gold. We are halfway to our backpack. Hopefully we can get that sooner rather than later. That's kind of my first thing I want to purchase. Advancement. As you gain experience, you'll discover new crafting recipes to increase profit and make life easier. A scarecrow, for example, will prevent crows from snacking on your precious crops. So we need to build a scarecrow today. That's definitely something we're going to be doing because I don't want to lose any more crops. Also, I don't know when we got all these quests, but we have quite a few of them. Raising animals. Robin, the local carpenter, lives north of town. In exchange for raw materials and money, she'll construct new buildings on your farm. You'll need her to build a coop or barn so that you can raise animals. Our goal is to build a coop, but before we do that, there's something we must do before that just to make our lives so much easier. Getting started. If you want to become a farmer, this is the parsnips quest that we completed by harvesting those. And then, is that it? We still have what? One more person to meet. Who was the one person we haven't met? I thought there were 2 people we haven't met. There's 2 people. I think this guy doesn't count, possibly. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and water my crops. Oh, and we got a harvest today, too. Beautiful. We'll have to go buy a few more seeds. That's 6 more seeds. We'll actually buy a few more than necessary, just so that we don't have to keep going back to Pierre on a daily basis to get more seeds. But I'm going to finish watering these real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, you can notice that despite not having crops in these spaces, I went ahead and watered them anyway. The reason I did that is... Hold on, did we save a parsnip? Yes, we did. Okay, so we can sell all these. The reason we did that is because once you sow seeds in that space, you don't have to re-water them. So that ground is already watered, so you can plant something on that already watered area, and you don't have to re-water it. So it kind of saved us some work for later in the day when we get to planting those. I'm going to try to chop down 100 wood real quick, or chop down trees to collect 100 wood real quick, and hopefully we can get a scarecrow, possibly a furnace, probably not, and ideally the bridge at the beach built today. That would be, I think, a lot of accomplishments for one episode, so let's see if we can get that done. Okay, we now have 105 wood in addition to the 191. Oh man, we're just shy. We need 5 more wood. That will be very easy to do. Just chop 1 more tree down and we should have that no problem. You'll notice as I'm chopping down these trees that occasionally I'll get some other items. So we get sap, we get logs, and for cutting down these pine trees, we also get pine cones, which can be planted in the ground somewhere. I guess it's very picky about where I can place them. But you can place these back in the ground to kind of it says it's... I don't get that. It said it was a valid position by the green text, but it was telling me it was invalid. Whatever. But anyway, you can replant the trees so that way you sort of have a, not quite unlimited, but it's a renewable resource. You can cut the trees down and replant them as you go to make sure that you have plenty of trees on your farm or wherever you choose to plant them for that matter. Ooh. Ooh, yes. This is good. Hello, Mayor Lewis. Oh, hi there. What an eyesore. Yeah, no kidding. This is the Pelican Town Community Center, or what's left of it anyway. It used to be the pride and joy of the town, always bustling with activity. Now, just look at it. It's shameful. These days, the young folk would rather sit in front of the TV than engage with the community. But listen to me, I sound like an old fool. Joja Corporation has been hounding me to sell them the land so they can turn it into a warehouse. Pelican Town could use the money, but there's something stopping me from selling it. I guess old-timers like me get attached to relics of the past. Ah, well. If anyone else buys a JojaCo membership, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell it. Which means I probably shouldn't buy a JojaCo membership. Sigh. Or, here, let's go inside. I don't know why I said sigh. That made sense, entering on the side of the door where the hinges are at. I pay way too much attention to those little details. This place looks awful. What's this? I guess Vincent and Jazz must have been playing in here. That's who we haven't met. Jazz is the other kid in this village. I don't know where she usually is. I'm pretty sure she's at the library. But anyway, this place is even more dilapidated than I remember. Oh, hello. Hello, little green sprite thing. What? Where did it go? What's the matter? Are you ill? Oh, did he not see it? You saw something? I wouldn't be surprised if this place was full of rats. Oh, he probably thinks I'm crazy. You're worrying me, DDub. Yeah, he definitely thinks I'm crazy. Look, I think I'm going to head home. I need some lunch. Hey, I'll keep this place unlocked from now on. Maybe you can help catch that rat if you have some extra time. Oh, he thinks I'm a nutcase. Strange. I'll have to come back and explore this building further. Why not right now? Okay, so guys, this is the community center. And as you can tell, it's extremely worn down. There's just cobwebs and the walls are falling apart. The floors are clearly falling apart. There's stuff growing in here. But look at that. That was that little spirit we just saw earlier. Or whatever you call them. I forget what they're actually called. But this book right here is illegible. That means nothing. Oh, okay. I remember how we get the ability to read that. So we can't do anything with that right now, or really anything in here, but this is the community center, and this is sort of like the focal point of this game. The goal is to really just to try and revitalize this place by collecting or finishing collections of items. And that is where the whole save one of everything mantra really comes into play. Because a lot of those items that we'll be saving are going directly to the community center to finish off some of those bundles. I could really go for a delicious potato. Could a local farmer deliver one to me? I'll go ahead and accept this. There's nothing wrong with accepting something and not finishing it. It's not detrimental to your relationship with that person, but if you do complete it, it is beneficial to that relationship. So I'm not sure when our potatoes are going to be ready. I think they were a 6-day harvest, and we planted them, what, yesterday? I think a day or two ago in game. It's Farmer D-Dub. Fresh mountain air like this is nice on a day like this. That's not what she said, but it's close enough. I wonder if frogs will make an appearance. I don't know. What do we want to plant? I think potatoes are going to be a good bet. They take 6 days. Parsnips take 4. They're a little bit more expensive, but they can yield multiple potatoes. I don't really want to wait 12 days for cauliflower. And then kale. I guess we could do a little bit of kale. Why don't we do 9 things of kale and then a couple potatoes. 6, 7, 8. We'll just buy what we can in potato seeds, because I remember saying just earlier this episode that I wanted to make sure to purchase extras so we didn't have to keep coming back here all the time. Although that's probably not going to cut it. Is it just me, or does Abigail have an unhealthy interest in doom and gloom and I didn't read the rest of what she just said? Also, I didn't say hi to Pierre here. If you find any wild produce... Oh, that's another thing about Pierre. I don't think I've mentioned this yet. You can actually sell items directly to Pierre during the day. Normally when you make your money, you put it in your bin, and then you you wait till the end of the day when Mayor Lewis will come by, pick it up, and pay you for what you've put in the bin. But if you need money right there and now, you can actually just go to Pierre, or actually I believe you can also go to Willie's shop, and they will purchase things from you on the spot, so you can make your money right then and there. And today is Saturday. I didn't even realize that. Everyone seems a little happier on the weekends, don't you think? I'm on the job 7 days a week, though. Well, that's what you get for being mayor. I'm trying to find, right now, Jazz, I think is her name. I don't know where she is, though. I forget where she lives. I'll figure it out soon. I'm not worried about that. But that's beside the point. I don't know where she is. We'll find her when we find her. I don't know if there's any events that are locked off by finding everyone or introducing yourself to everyone. Again, it's been a little while since I played, and oh my goodness, I am just now seeing our energy meter. We are getting pretty tired. We are already at that exhausted point, or just about there. I would like to fish a little bit today, so I might have to eat some items to make this work. But look at this, guys. We now have the actual amount needed, 300, not 200 like I thought, to fix this bridge. Oh yes, new area unlocked. Even though it's not massive, but that's a lot of wood for such a small bridge. So this is, I don't really know the name of this area, or if it has one. But there's a lot of items that spawn here all the time. So this must be a different quality item than that. Yeah, so that's a gold tier coral. Hopefully I don't get any silver, just for the sake of inventory space. Oh yes, perfect. Those are going to sell for hopefully quite a bit. Again, I'm going to save one, like always. But beyond that, I think we're going to make a decent amount of money today. Between those 6 parsnips, some of this, and oh, hello, Willie. And I just totally walked past Elliot there. Ahoy there. It's nice to see young folk moving into the valley. It's not very common these days. And Elliot's just standing here looking at the water. You probably wouldn't like it inside my cabin. It's dark and full of spiders. We just came from a place that was dark and full of spiders, actually. Not saying I liked it, but... Hello, Emily. I like making my own clothes, but it's not easy to get cloth. And it's such a long trip to the city. Well, eventually... Ooh. Okay. I mentioned in either the first or second episode that there is a wiki for this game, and you can easily just look up what everyone likes. But I think it's so much more rewarding to pay close attention to what the villagers say and kind of how they interact and all that kind of stuff to pick up on what they like and dislike. Because in real life, you can't just, look up a document and see what people like. You have to get to know them and... Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I do this right. You can't just... Yeah, exactly that. You can't just look things up and see what people like. You have to pay attention to what they say. And in this game, she just said she enjoyed making her own clothes. And that cloth was a pain to get because she had to go all the way into the city for it. So maybe she would like it eventually when we can make it. If we can make cloth, which is something we will be able to do eventually, and give it to her as a gift. I think she might like that very much. And I could just consult the wiki for that. But I think it's more fun to just kind of guess and actually get to know them on your own. I'm eating a few spring onions here real quick, just so we can have the energy to plant our next little patch of crops, which actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think I would rather do it to the side here. So I'm actually going to have to cut this thing down, which I really don't want to do because you get like next to no wood from doing it. But I want to leave a little space here and hoe out this area. That 3x3 section. And now we can plant our, what are they, kale? Kale seeds. And you can actually harvest these with a scythe, which is actually really cool. It makes harvesting go a lot quicker. All right, guys, I'm going to finish watering these crops. I'm going to head out and do a little bit of fishing, and I will meet you guys back here when all is said and done. All right, with it being almost midnight and our energy at a pretty low, I think it's time to head in for the night and call it a day. We have definitely been productive today. We didn't build a scarecrow. That's something I meant to do, and we didn't. Let's check once we get up here into the light and can actually see what we're doing. Let's see if we can make one of those real quick. What does it take? Wood, coal, and fiber. We actually don't have the wood to do it, and I don't have the energy. We've got coal. How much coal did it take? Just one. So tomorrow, we will build a scarecrow. Hopefully none of our crops get eaten in the middle of the night. That would be kind of sad. But we had a decent haul when fishing. We got a bream, a chub, and some silver variants of those, which I will be selling because they're worth quite a bit more. And then we got quite a bit of junk that we don't have the room for. Because again, our inventory is so small, and I know I keep saying we're saving up for that, and we keep spending all of our money. I forgot to sell all this. Did I save a chub? Did I do that? I did. Okay. Oh, jeez. I know we keep spending all of our money, even though I say we're going to be saving it. But by investing in more crops, that's just going to make us even more money down the line. Let's see how much money we made today, though. I'm hoping it's quite a bit. We got level 2 foraging, though. That's exciting. So now our axe is even better at not using energy. And we have a new cooking recipe, which is the survival burger. Oh, awesome. We also got level 2 fishing. We can now craft bait, which I don't think does too much for us yet. Oh, 1,082 gold. So good. Those fish mere. That is the word made and were. I was going to say made us a lot of money or were worth a lot of money. Those fish mirror a lot of money. That's quite a haul there. It's nothing compared to later in the game. I do realize that for those of you that have played this before. But yeah, look at that coral. That is so nice. That alone right there is totally worth the 300 wood that it took to get that. And that is something that will replenish itself every few days or so. So it's always good to check that for any items that might be there. And with today being Sunday, we have another special show. So yeah, on Thursdays, we've got the Living Off the Land TV show, which gives you info on how to farm, basically, and tips and tricks. Queen of Sauce, however, is cooking recipes, I believe. Greetings, it is I, the Queen of Sauce, here to teach you a new mouth-watering recipe from my secret cookbook. This week's dish: stir fry. It's a perfect way to get some healthy greens on your plate. Saute the greens in a little sesame oil and make sure to add plenty of fresh ginger and garlic. Now breathe deeply. Oh, that's good. You learned how to cook stir fry. So that is a recipe or a TV show that is only available on Sunday. So it's always important to check on Sunday. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Just tabbing through stuff randomly. It's always important to check that on Sunday to make sure that you get every recipe you can. And we don't have the ability to cook anything yet, seeing as how we don't have a kitchen. But once we get a little bit more money, that will be something we do. And in my fumbling around of our inventory tabs, or not inventory tabs, this is our inventory tab, but of all our tabs right here, I realized we haven't checked out this tab yet, which is the collections tab. This will show you a grayed out portrait of every item in the game until you acquire it. Then it will fill it out in color, tell you how much it's worth, how much you've shipped, and just kind of give you something to work towards as far as completionist material is concerned, which I definitely consider myself a completionist. I would love to play this game to the point where we have one of everything. That is quite an amazing achievement in this game, especially because you're seeing right now how many items there are. It's nuts. So we've got items shipped, farm and forage, fish, artifacts, minerals. These are all the dishes we can cook, one of which we just learned, which is stir fry. I don't know if it won't show up, I don't believe. You have to cook it first for it to show up. And then we've got achievements, which we'll go over those some other time. Oh, I don't mean to exit the game. Let's get started. For those of you yelling at me for not checking the weather, I already did that. It's sunny tomorrow, and we have slightly good luck today. And our mail for today says, my sources tell me you've been poking around inside the old community center. Why don't you pay me a visit? My chambers are west of the forest lake in the stone tower. We've been there before, and it was locked. I may have information concerning your rat problem. M. Rasmodius Wizard. So he is the wizard of the village, which is so cool. Dear Farmer DDub, I'd like to apologize for joking about your grandpa's old cottage when we first met. It's really a nice little house. I can already tell this is from Robin. However, didn't mean to do that. However, you might need some more space someday. That's where I can help. If you bring me some raw materials and pay a fee, I can expand your house. The first expansion I offer includes a kitchen. How fitting, seeing as how we just learned our first recipe. With a kitchen, you'll be able to cook any recipes you've learned. Anyway, I hope you're starting to feel at home in Stardew Valley. Your local carpenter, Robin. Wonderful. That's it for our mail. We got one little parsnip to harvest, and luckily, we have one little seed to replace it with. That'll save us a trip. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of we have 3. Just kidding. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of our farm real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, with our farm taken care of for the day, let's head out to the forest and see if we can pay M. Rasmodius a visit. We've got quite a little trek to get to him through the forest, but as always, that is a great time to look for foraged items in the woods here. And with it being Sunday, I think... Oh, hello! That's cute as she waves. I've got a little bit of everything. Take a look. This is the traveling merchant who sells stuff every Sunday and Friday? Thursday? Friday? I don't remember the days. We'll figure it out. But Sunday for sure. She's here selling all kinds of items, usually very expensive items. But again, if you look at all these items, with the exception of parsnip seeds and Joja Cola, which is ridiculously overpriced, more than 4 times, some of this stuff is out of season, or stuff we just don't have yet. We don't have a puffer fish. We can't buy poppy seeds, I don't believe. We can't grow radishes in spring. Yeah, cherry saplings. I mean, they're really expensive, but basically, she sells items that are either really hard to come by or that are just not available in that season. So she'll sell out-of-season items, which is really good for completing items for the community center. But we're kind of poor right now, so we don't really have a use for her. But let's go into the stone tower at the west of the forest and see what M. Rasmodius, the resident wizard, has to say. Ah, come in. I am Rasmodius, seeker of the arcane truths, mediary between physical and ethereal, master of the 7 elementals, keeper of the sacred You get the point. And you, DDub, the one whose arrival I have long foreseen. Here, I'd like to show you something. Behold! Hey, it's a rat. You've seen one before, haven't you? They call themselves the Junimos. Mysterious spirits, these ones. For some reason, they refuse to speak with me. I'm not sure why they've moved into the community center, but you have no reason to fear them. You found a golden scroll written in an unknown language. Most interesting. Stay here. I'm going to see for myself. I'll return shortly. That's quite the teleporting animation there. I found the note. The language is obscure, but I was able to decipher it. We, the Junimo, are happy to aid you. In return, we ask for gifts of the valley. If you are one with the forest, then you will see the true nature of this scroll. I don't know where that voice came from. It just felt Junimo-esque. One with the forest. What do they mean? Aha! Come here. My cauldron is bubbling with ingredients from the forest. Baby fern, moss grub, caramel top toadstool. Can you smell it? I can, and it smells pretty bad. Here, drink up. Let the essence of the forest permeate your body. Oh my gosh, I'm turning green. And so is everything. And now I'm seeing things. Leaves and trees and... Oh my gosh, this is trippy. This is so cool looking. I guess this is what happens when you drink herbal tea? I don't understand. You've gained the power of forest magic. Now you can decipher the true meaning of the Junimo scrolls. And he kicked me out too. He made me drink stuff and then I woke up on his doorstep. That's not cool. Okay, let's head to the community center. I almost forgot what it was called. And chop some wood along the way because we need 50 wood for our scarecrow. And I will see you guys over there. Ah! It's the last villager! Jess! Do you want something? I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Oh, finally! We met our very last villager. We haven't even made it over to the community center yet, but we ran into her on our way over while cutting wood. So that worked out nicely. And here's Penny. I'm totally getting distracted on our goal here. Today's weather is interesting. Yes, it is. Hello, Mayor Lewis. He's been the mayor for 20 years. No one ever runs against him when it's time for election. I think it means I'm doing my job well. That's funny. Okay, off to the community center like we originally meant to do. We are almost there, and it is in sight as of now. I always forget where it is, or at least for the time being I do. Okay, let's see if we can decipher that text that we couldn't even understand earlier. Pretty sure it's in plain English and or pictures now. Okay, so this is the crafts room, and by completing all of these different bundles, we get a reward, which is bridge repair. I don't even know quite which bridge that is. I think I remember, but we'll discuss that later because we have quite a ways until we unlock all of these packages or bundles. So each room consists of all these different bundles on this tree here. So we're in spring right now, so let's go ahead and check out the spring foraging bundle. And for this, it's exactly what it sounds like. We need one of each item that is forageable in the springtime. And we need to donate it to, or give it to, I guess, the Junimos to complete the spring foraging bundle. There's also foraging items available in summer, fall, winter, and there's some exotic ones as well. A morel being one of them. Looks like we got some mushrooms and some syrups that we can collect. Cactus, coconut, bunch of different stuff. And also a construction bundle, which is basically just a ton of excess resources. However, I'm not going to do these right away because it really doesn't matter if you complete one before you complete all of them. You don't get this reward until all of these are completed. So if that's the last one I do, that's fine. I'll be doing it pretty much right around the same time I do another bundle. And this is just for the crafts room. And that was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bundles just in the crafts room. There are rooms all over the place though. That's 1, 2, 3 rooms. I don't know how many this is considered. At least 4, maybe 5, 6, 7 rooms here. Each with quite a few different bundles to complete. So that is something we will keep in mind as we play this game to try and make sure we, again, keep one of everything because they're all very important. Hello, Haley. Let's give our first gift to a villager. Ooh, and she loves it. For me? Thank you. Yeah, that's nicer than you usually are. My sister is so weird. Sometimes I wonder if we're actually related. Oh my gosh. She is so ridiculous. She can be so nice one moment and such a snob the next. That's Haley though. And then who is this? Is that our medic? What's his name again? Call Harvey. Not even close. I was gonna say Colin or Calvin. Those aren't right though. I'm struggling to make ends meet. I don't have enough patience. I guess I should try to get patience from neighboring towns. I guess that's a good problem though, to not have to have people need your medical services. That was hard to get through. So many people all over here. Oh man, I've been pushing off my homework all weekend. Looks like I'll be pulling an all-nighter. If you guys ever pulled an all-nighter, they are the absolute worst. I did one of those in college, and I don't think I'll ever do another one ever again. It's just so miserable. Oh, look at the bunny rabbit. You can't function the following day, or at least I couldn't. It was so miserable. I'm checking down here for any possible foraged goods that we can obtain. And then I think I'm going to spend the rest of the day fishing, because as of right now, I think that is one of the best ways to make money. Until we at least get a little bit... Ooh! We got a book. You found a lost book. The library's collection has expanded. We won't check that out right away, but I will meet you guys back at the farm. I wanted to stop by the farm to drop off some items before I went fishing, and also to make sure we don't forget to build our scarecrow, because otherwise I know I totally would have. Also, on the way back, I found a dandelion, and I found a leek, which is the first one. So now we have a leek, a horseradish, a dandelion, and a daffodil. So we can actually complete our spring foraging bundle right away with those 4 items. We're not going to do it quite yet. We'll probably do that next episode. But let's build our very first scarecrow, because I don't want these precious crops to die or to get eaten, which I guess is the same thing. The radius of a scarecrow is, I believe, 8 tiles in any direction. So it can cover 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or if that's being 7, this is 8. But it won't cover these if I plant it right here. I believe. I could be very wrong in that. If I am, I'm sure someone will let me know. But for the time being, I'm going to place it right here, I guess? Or is that more in the middle? This is more in the middle. We're going to place it right here. We can't see that crop, but it should be the same as the ones to the left and right of it. But that will hopefully keep most, if not all, of the crows away from our precious, precious crops. Okay, I'm going to drop this stuff off. I'm going to go out fishing, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. Okay, guys, I'm in the middle of fishing, and something just happened. This treasure chest appeared. So what happens is, if you take your bar off the fish, the green bar on the right drops, or it's green when you're doing well, it's red when you're doing bad, but the bar on the right drops. However, if you can get it up to that chest in time, you can unlock a treasure chest which has random items in it, which can usually be of very good value. So it's definitely worth doing whenever you can. We just got 5 pieces of coal, which we only had 1 of. Our very first geode, which Clint can break open for us and tell us what's inside. And we also got glass shards, which we'll have to go take to Gunther and donate those to the museum. But I'm going to continue fishing, and it's kind of saddening that those took up more than half of my available, or just under half of my available inventory. But that's beside the point. We are doing this so we can get more inventory with that new backpack upgrade. I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, welcome back to Moondrop Farm, ladies and gentlemen. I'd say we had a pretty successful day today as far as fishing goes. We got our first treasure chest. We got a scarecrow built. We're going to make some good money here off all these fish, too, which I am excited for. We are going to save everything else here, though. Let me grab my watering can back. Save the coal. We'll hang on to the geode, because tomorrow I want to go break open our first geode with Clint. I also want to take care of our very first community center bundle, which is the spring foraging bundle. And actually, if you go over... Is it here? Yes, in our inventory tab, now that we have access to the community center, there's actually a tab here that shows you all the rooms we have unlocked, which currently it's just the crafts room, and we can actually see our current inventory on the left and the bundle contents on the right. So we can see that we do actually have one of everything, and I am OCD enough to line them up so they match perfectly. Now that we can very easily tell that we have what we need. So that's definitely something I want to take care of tomorrow. But for tonight, let's go to bed. Let's see how much money we made, and hopefully that'll put us in reach of that backpack. So hopefully soon. 35 in farming. 500 in fishing. That's not bad. One more day of that, and we have our backpack. I know I keep talking about it incessantly, but I can't understate how much. Can't overstate. I can't say it enough that it helps a lot. Let's leave it at that. But that's going to do it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for farming with me. But I will see you in the next episode. As always, until next time, take care.